Hello everyone. So into this video, I just want to give you a quick, I just want to give you a quick tip, quick lesson that I got, and I'm gonna talk about this for the next 5 or 6 minutes, and it's the following. So for me, this was my first relationship. The one that I have right now is my first real relationship, right? I had things in the past that were not really a relationship. Well, this is my first relationship and I can say this completely without some sort of shame because I did it on purpose. I did it because none of the girls who I could be with, that I knew I could be with, just didn't hold to that standard that I wanted for myself. I was valuing very much my time. I was starting entrepreneurship very early on in my life. So I just thought, wait a second, like, why am I going to spend time with this girl who I don't even find that attractive? Like, I'm not doing it, right? And it wasn't until I met this girl who is my current girlfriend, who is my girlfriend, um, that I kind of paused for a second. I actually remember journaling and thinking to myself, like, is this someone who I am ready to commit to, who I want to commit to? And the answer was yes. There were so many qualities in her that I thought, it would be stupid for me to say, oh, bro, just lock in, or entertain multiple girls at the same time. I never feel like that's for me basically. But when I decided, okay, this is a girl who I want to be with for a long term because I feel like she's a very high quality individual. When that happened, I I remember that because she's very busy, and I was also very busy. We arranged a time. She's a medical student basically, so you can imagine that the time that she's studying and going to university and all this, like, it just takes a lot of her time. And I was very busy because I was doing food delivery and I was working on my business. And I remember we set a time, one time a week to see each other. And in that week, what we do is essentially, we spend hours and hours and hours together. Maybe like 6 7 hours together. Maybe I go with her at 6 p.m. and then I drop her off at 1 p.m. Excuse me, 1 a.m. Uh, that's kind of, and we do that for a week, for example, right? And then until the next week. That's kind of the arrangement we have there. Now, one thing that happened to me yesterday is that I had to give her, because it was my birthday. By the way, those are the balloons. That's the reason, the balloons. But it was my birthday, and I had some cake that I was going to give to her, but I forgot about it. And I mean, I forgot about it, so I wanted to give her still um, the cake that, slice, some slices of cake basically for her and her family. So I told her that I was gonna go yesterday for it, around 6 p.m., 8 p.m. And I went there. I went there, and the thing is, like, the big lesson here I want to say is that it's so hard to resist not spending more time with her. For example, I enjoy spending time with her. It's awesome. I love it, right? But I know that if I have things to do, it's very hard. It's very, very hard, especially things that are not like, like a schedule that I have to attend to, for example. If it's like, oh, I have a call in 30 minutes that I have to attend to, it's like someone else set that timeline for myself, and I can't modify it, right? But when it comes to, like, okay, I want to do this, I want to go to the gym later, and I want to do this and this and this, it's like, well, maybe I can spend a little bit more time here with you, right? And that was my big problem yesterday, which basically I was gonna be there for like 30 minutes maximum. I was actually gonna be there for like 20 minutes maximum, and I ended up being there for like 2 hours, 2 hours and a half maybe. And I got home and it was already late, and then I had a bit of dinner, and then I just completely fell asleep, and then I just woke up right now, and I was like, wait a second, like, it was 6 p.m. It was 6 p.m. I had so much time. I didn't even hit my calories. I didn't even go to the gym that day. I didn't do my night routine. Like, there were so many things I missed. And I'm not gonna say because I spent time with her, because that was my fault. But I'm just saying, like, is this a skill that you have to train? Because let's be honest, sometimes when you like to spend time with someone, inevitably at some point you're gonna have to spend time with her a little bit more because of, for example, like I said, um, you need to go with her to her house for something quick and give her something, and if you don't have the discipline to say, okay, 30 minutes is the maximum I'm gonna spend time here, because we're gonna meet on 2 days from now and we're gonna spend so much time together, but right now I have things to do. If you don't have that discipline to do that, then it's gonna get you every time. It's like, for example, on the phone calls. I usually call my girlfriend. I don't call her every day, but I call her when I have something to say, basically, something big to say. And the last time I talked, and this has happened a lot of times, is like I call her, we start talking. I love talking to her, right? We start talking, 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 and then I hang up the phone. I start to like have this kind of guilt for like, okay, this is going to take longer than I wanted to, but it's not her fault because I love. I mean, I call her. I called her. Um, but I kind of hang up the phone, and you know how it says how much, how long was the call? I go like 43 minutes, 49 minutes, 1 hour and 20 minutes, and I'm thinking like, wow, like this is actual time that I could have gone to the gym, come back, take a shower, and done, some work in the computer here. And while I enjoy spending time with her, I think a lot of times it's just better to spend that time on a moment in your life, of your day, where you're not gonna feel guilty for that. Okay, for me, that is spending time when we have our weekly date. Okay, that's my weekly day where I can spend time here. I don't check on my phone at all. I don't put a timer of like, okay, in this time I'm gonna leave in. Like, no, it's just, well, it's like maximum, probably maximum 1 a.m. Um, but I don't have this kind of pressure of like, okay, but I had things to do because I already did them in the morning that day, right? I make sure that they are on point. And so, yeah, having said that, that's pretty much it. That was my learning lesson. Goodbye.